Hello, everyone. The topic that I want to discuss today is one which crosses my mind from time to time, since I'm a fan of celebrities and movies, music, and I also like to collect autographs. And it's a topic that always divides people. You know, people have strong opinions either one way or the other. And it has to do with when celebrities feel like signing autographs, or mostly for the purposes of this video, when they don't feel like they want to or should sign autographs. Now, there's no right or wrong here. Of course, we know that when it comes to autographs for fans, it's a privilege, you know, rather than a right that they have. It's not certainly not a legal right that they have, but there is a certain moral one, I think, an obligation to some point, and that's what I'm going to stand by here. So many celebrities, they decide that they just think, especially in this day and age, the 21st century, and we're soon to be into the 2020s, if you can believe that, and with the internet and paparazzi and all kinds of profit-making people out there, they really don't want to sign autographs. And there's various reasons why they don't. But one of the main prevailing reasons is because some celebrities feel that signing autographs gives unscrupulous dealers out there, and you know who you are, a chance to make money off their names. It's true that I used to collect autographs myself, just as a fan, never a dealer, mostly the early 1990s, so we're talking some time ago, around 92, 93, 94, in that area. And even then, the dealers were kind of ruining it for those of us who just wanted to collect. And it's a shame. But now, ever since then, we got into the 2000s and beyond with the internet and eBay really coming into power and everything. And these days, people do become dealers and go out there and get celebrities' autographs just for the purpose of making a profit, of kind of using the celebrity. I can understand, I'm trying to be fair here, I can understand from a celebrity's point of view how they feel kind of violated or taken advantage of because of that. But here's my perspective. And I'm going to use one of my favorite celebrities, Ringo Starr, as an example. In 2008, 11 years ago now, Ringo made a now famous or infamous, depending on how you look at it, video where he said, "I'm warning you with peace and love, I am not signing any more autographs. Nothing will be signed as of such and such a date forward." And he vowed not to sign autographs anymore. He said, "I've done enough," he felt. And that's his prerogative. That's his right, whatever he wants to do. But, I'm from the old school. And I like old school celebrities, and maybe even older school than Ringo, even before that. There used to be actors. One that comes to mind is, Charlton Heston, for example. And, some people may not like his politics. And let's not talk about the politics. What I'm talking about is just class. Older movie stars, many of them, not all of them, nothing's 100%, but a lot of them came from a time when they realized that if it wasn't for the fans, they wouldn't be here. And I think a lot of celebrities need to realize that. Some people think that once a celebrity, makes their movie or makes their music, and then we, the consumers, go out and either buy the record or go see the movie, they're under no obligation whatsoever to sign an autograph for them, to show their appreciation. And while that's certainly true, I say in a legal sense, like I said, what about the moral sense? Back to Ringo again. Ringo has a brand new album out. It's called What's My Name. Very good album, by the way. One of Ringo's best, and I don't say that about all his albums. Go buy it. There's a plug for you, Ringo. But he jokes around in concerts. Sometimes he'll say, "I have a new album out. How many people have bought it? Let me see. Show of hands. 1, 2, 3. He'll degrade himself. Well, those of us who buy the albums, take care of us, man. Show your appreciation. Give us an autograph if we ask. I think the problem with Ringo and a lot of people too is As I say, they don't like eBay taking advantage of them, but I want you to consider something here. Seriously, consider this. I say this to the people watching, just the viewers, and also you celebrities out there who feel this way. Let's suppose someone out there is a dealer, an unscrupulous dealer, a leech, if you want. If I'm doing this saying leech and stuff, not in my opinion, but kind of playing into your mindset of it, how you feel about them. Let's suppose they get your autograph and they sell your autograph and they make some money off your autograph. The first thing I would think is, you have enough money. Some of you out there are multi-millionaires, billionaires, whatever. Do you really care if somebody sells your autograph for $50, $100, or even more? Is that a drop in the ocean to you? And even more importantly than that, let's suppose, okay, if you sign autographs for people at a public event, let's say 50% of those autographs, well, let's even say 60 to 70% of those autographs go online on eBay or to be sold. Aside from the fact that you're not really hurting for money, what about those poor people out there that are fans that never get a chance to meet you? What about fans that buy all your records, watch all your movies, and they don't have a snowball's chance in hell of ever getting to meet you in person in the flesh? And they really would like to have an autograph, just something to say, hi, I was here. I appreciate your fandom, What about kids, We use the Beatles again as an example. We use Ringo as an example. Not everybody, Ringo, who gets your autograph is looking to sell it. I wouldn't. And there are plenty of young people, new generation fans, if you will. You can see them all over here on the internet, on YouTube and elsewhere, and at your concerts. There are young people that have never seen you before, that are just starting to maybe buy your new records. Why lump them in with the bad people? Why punish the good people just for a few bad apples? So it doesn't really hurt anything. Yeah, if you sign autographs and half of them go online to dealers, those autographs that go online will eventually be bought or cherished by those of us out there who appreciate you and want the autograph. So in the long run, those autographs that the dealers, wind up selling and exploiting of you actually will wind up in the hands of an appreciative fan. So it's all for a good cause. Every signature you do will wind up in the hands of an appreciative fan. Look at it that way. As far as the financial thing that the dealers are making, that sucks. I got to go along. I don't want people exploiting me either, if I was in your shoes. But the thing is, you can afford it. Come on. And that's how I feel about that. Now, a story that came to mind is from the old school again. Of all people, is from Mo Howard, Mo of the Three Stooges, way back when, the comedy team. And I remember his son told a story at an airport one time when he was young, I think a teenager, where Mo from the Three Stooges, by this time he was an older man. I don't know if he was in his 60s or 70s. And they were waiting at the airport, Mo and his family, and there's a story where the son actually decided to play a prank on his father, Mo. He decided he would dress up with a really funny-looking outfit and see if his dad would not recognize him, and he was posing as a fan, asking for an autograph. And he came up and he said, "Hey, are you Mo from the Stooges?" And his father, Mo, didn't recognize him. He said, "Why, yes, I am." And he said, "Can I have your autograph, Mo?" And he said, "Certainly." And Mo signed the autograph. And then after the son said, "Thanks, Mo," he left. The mother and sister, other people who were there in the entourage, Mo's family, started laughing. And he said, "Did you see that guy?" Mo turns around and says, "Don't you ever laugh at a fan of mine like that. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. Don't you ever do that to one of my fans." Stuff like that. Anyway, that gives you an idea of how people used to think they appreciated their fans. That's an art or a trait that is sadly missing these days. One last story, if I may. Now, I have a channel here, Mean Mr. Mayo, and I am in no way a celebrity. I am in no way anything like Paul McCartney or, Sean Connery or anybody famous like that. However, when I go to the fest for Beatles fans, a lot of people recognize me because I have a Beatles channel. And this past year, in March, I loved meeting people. I didn't sign autographs, but they all were asking me for photos together, photo ops, and I loved it. Now, granted, if I was doing it for 50 or 60 years, I'll give you that. I'll throw you a bone. That could maybe get a little tiresome, I could see. But I loved it, and I encourage anybody, please say hello out there if you're at the next Beatle Fest or you see me anywhere. But the reason I'm bringing up this story is, again, although I am not a celebrity or a big celebrity, I did get a very tiny taste of what it was like, and I'm trying to be fair here at the end of the video by telling you. I remember I was like posing with all these people, saying hello, shaking hands, and then there got to be a point where I was ready to have my lunch. And every time I tried to dig into my sandwich, somebody said, "Excuse me, Mr. Mayo, how you doing? Can I have a picture with you? I love your channel." And I said, "Oh, sure." And after a while, I said, this is kind of strange because I actually couldn't eat the sandwich. And I thought to myself, this is pretty amazing. What do people go through who are really famous, for a lifetime? I get it. So I get it. However, I got to tell you, that's your job. I do believe it's part of the job. I do believe it's in a way, it's an unwritten rule, if you want. No law, it's not legal, but I do believe that it comes with the territory. That's what you signed on for. We all have jobs. I have a job, you have a job, and our jobs all come with unpleasantries, things that maybe we don't want to do. It's all part of the game. It's part of the job that we decided we were going to take. All right? Unfortunately, when you decide to become a celebrity, one of the natural situations there is that you're going to be recognized by people. You're going to have adoring fans. They're going to want to say hello. They're going to want a picture with you, sign autographs. It comes with the territory, and although you're not getting paid specifically to do it, it's one of the things that kind of goes without saying, And lastly, I'll say this. Believe me, those of you who have a job in the entertainment field, you're getting paid a hell of a lot more than we are to do it. So, thanks everybody for watching, and let the comments fly.